Did you know that money behaves like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who can invoke it with the proper vibration? When you discover how to direct it, it doesn't just appear, but expands in extraordinary ways. There are unseen powers that decide how much money flows into your life and how much moves away, and even working hard you may feel something hindering this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a visionary master of spiritual science, revealed something revolutionary. Money doesn't react to need but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught common women to command their money, and many multiplied their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is a command of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of aware energy that moves according to specific laws. Money responds to the vibration of authority much more than to that of need. When you approach money as one who begs, you repel it. When you engage with it as one who commands, you draw it. Money functions like a well-trained soldier. If the commander wavers, the soldier doesn't act. But when the order is clear and firm, money flows. In New York, Florence taught her students to exercise stronger direction. Each morning, positioned in front of the mirror, they would position themselves upright, inhale profoundly, and proclaim, "Divine money, I command you to multiply my life now. You flow to me from all possible directions because I am a flawless conduit of infinite abundance." The key was in the force beneath the command, which needed to resonate as an irrevocable decree. Another important aspect is restoring the relationship with money. Florence said that money has emotional memory, and that our energy toward it creates imprints that decide whether it draws close or moves away. If for years you've addressed money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you repelled an expected guest. Most people have been calling money with the voice of lack and embarrassment. Before ordering your money, Florence taught harmonizing with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, pardon me for having seen you as my enemy. Today I understand that you are divine energy desiring to flow itself through me. I respect you and welcome you into my life." This exercise was intense spiritual rewiring that totally shifted a person's vibration. Moving forward in this direction, Florence developed a divine transformation of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like hidden foundations that dictate how much your prosperity can grow. You can toil diligently, but if the roots are diseased, the tree will never produce abundant fruit. No one is born with lack mentality. We receive them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" lodge themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process began with silence, where Florence asked them the question, "What belief about money have I received and still carry?" Once recognized, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I give it back." My mind grows clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance. Then they would install new beliefs such as, "I am a recipient of infinite abundance," or "Money comes to me effortlessly." Furthermore, Florence taught the distinction between desiring and demanding. Desire springs from lack. It's looking at what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand is born from the knowledge that something already comes to you through divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," creating more experiences of not having. To demand is to declare, "It's mine and I receive it now," activating invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to create instead of competing. Florence emphasized, never compete for money, create it. Competing indicates scarcity. Creating indicates infinite abundance, knowing that you can create new opportunities. When you compete, you focus on what others have. When you create, you link to the infinite source with singular new visions. Each person has a particular talent for creating wealth that, when expressed, not only generates income, but benefits others. Similarly, Florence taught the decree of total sovereignty. It was an act of complete power over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, By my divine authority as an offspring of the Creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality changes now. I command that all invisible forces function to multiply my money perpetually. The secret lies in understanding that the power to transform is already within you, and upon voicing, the universe shifts to obey. Additionally, Florence taught the spiritual plan of your abundance. The universe needs precise directions. It was about specifying how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students committed a daily moment to answer, how much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want to sense when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to manifest. The design must be developed from a consciousness of shared abundance. Keeping this in view, the last step is to maintain prosperous consciousness. Awakening abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in maintaining it. Maintaining requires regular awareness, upholding the internal state that invokes it. This state is composed of gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle is to start each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance approaching. When you give thanks in advance, you give a universe a signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally honor all money seen circulating, preventing envy from polluting your vibration. It's worth noting that generous contributing was essential. It was about contributing to causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like sowing in fertile ground. What you give returns multiplied. The important thing is to feel that you participate in the universal flow. What you hold back out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to guard your mind, avoiding environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is the attractor of your experience. Florence concluded with a powerful reminder. You are not a subject of economic circumstances. You are the creator of your financial reality. Money is your assistant and companion. Now renew your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity increases perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and keep open the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words connected, write in the comments, I decree, to confirm your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to remember they are the creator of their reality. Subscribe to the channel and enable the bell, because I will reveal more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who hesitate, but to those who command.